If you want to make a fully professional WordPress website by own, then you are in the right place. Hi, I'm Farjana. In today's video, I'll show you how you can make a professional WordPress website in few hours. You don't need to have any previous experience, even don't need to do a single line of coding. We will make our dream website just by simple drag and drop. And after watching this complete tutorial, I can ensure you will also be an expert in WordPress. For this tutorial, I will use WordPress and Divi Theme. WordPress powers 39.6% of the websites and Divi powers more than 1 million websites. In today's video, I will show you how you can make this website from scratch. But the most amazing part is Divi has 100 plus full website pack and 800 plus pre-made designs. So if you check any pre-made pack like this one, so here we can see we will get all inner pages for the same design. So using these templates, we can create any kind of WordPress website. Before moving forward, let me introduce myself. I'm Farjana Rashid, professional web designer and developer, and I am working in this area for last 8 years. So you are learning from a real web developer. Now let's have a look which you are going to make in today's video. So this is the website which you are going to develop. I will show you how you can create this type of top banner area. Here I will show you how you can design this kind of text, buttons, and how you can create this kind of effect with any images. Also, I will show you how you can upload your own logo, how you can create this type of menus, and then here is a small about section. So here you can add some small text about you, and here is a button for details page. Then here is what we do or service section. So here you can write your services or specialties, and then here is some testimonial area. This is very important what your clients are talking about your business or you. So we can keep our client testimonial in home page. And then here is a custom footer area. I will show you how you can design all these sections in step by step from scratch. And then here is about page. So I will show you how you can create this kind of about page. And then here is portfolio page. So here you can display some of your best work, and if you click any single project, for example here, people can see more details about your project. And then here is the blog page. I'll show you all in step by step, and when you click any single blog post, it will look like this. Then finally contact. So here I'll show you how you can make this kind of contact page and how you can create this kind of form. I will show you all details in step by step. And finally, I will show you how we can make our website fully responsive. And you will find a timestamp in the description, so you can jump any specific part you need. Alright. Now let's have a look at the steps for today's tutorial. First, I will show you how we can get our own domain and hosting, and here I will show you how you can get 60% discount through my link. Then I will install WordPress, then I will install Divi Theme, and finally we will create our amazing website. If you have web hosting already, you can skip this part, or if you don't have, then follow along. So to get domain and hosting, just go to farjanarashid.com, and here go to tools, and here is web hosting. Here is Bluehost web hosting link. So now click on get started. So why Bluehost? In my opinion, Bluehost is the best web hosting provider. I am a web developer. I tried so many web hosting companies. I don't want to mention their name, but I personally ended up using Bluehost. Hundreds of my clients using Bluehost and they never complain about using it. If you see my Bluehost account, I have hosted here tons of websites and I never get a downtime. Their customer support is really amazing in case if you need any help. And that's why I always recommend Bluehost, and their price is really affordable for everyone. Now click on Get Started. You can see their pricing, so you have different options based on what you need. If it's your first website and you only want to host one website, then you can take their basic plan. And if you have multiple websites, more than one, you can pick their Plus or Choice Plus options. Though both options are almost same, Choice Plus options have domain privacy plus protection and site backup options. But we don't necessarily need that. And you can take their Pro plans if you are planning to host a big e-commerce website and if you have millions of visitors already. As a beginner, let's start with the basic plan. It will cost only $3.95 per month and you will get one website, 50 GB SSD storage, unmetered bandwidth, free SSL certificate, standard performance, one included domain, 5 parked domains, and 25 subdomains. And in this price, it's awesome. But in future, if you have multiple websites, you can upgrade it to their Plus plan. So basically, we can upgrade or downgrade our plan anytime. Now let's click on Select. Now, if you have domain name already, you can type your domain name here and configure it. I'm assuming you don't have a domain name already, so let's select a domain name from here. On the right side, you see there are several options: .com, .online, .site, .website, and so many options. But I always suggest to take .com website because it's good for search engine optimization, and also .com website looks more professional and legit. So here I am selecting a domain name for this tutorial purpose. So I'm typing here Farjana WP. So my domain name will be farjanawp.com and I'm clicking to next. So here is showing the domain name farjanawp.com is available. Awesome. Now I need to put my account information here. So here I am typing my first name, last name, my business name, and selecting my country, and here is my street address, city, postal code, and typing my phone number and email address. And here the email address is really important, so make sure you are putting your best email address, because after completing purchase, a receipt will send to that email address. Now here is the package information. By default, it's selected for 33 months, that means for 3 years. And if you now see, the price is showing $3.95 per month. But we can reduce this price. Here we only take the necessary things. For starting, we can take it for 1 year, that means for 12 months, and it will cost $5.95 per month. It's still pretty cheap. So now we can see the total price $71.40 for a whole year. That's awesome. And here I will show you a secret tip how you can reduce this price more. So now I'm going to hover outside of this page. So when I'm going to hover on back button or outside of this page, here we will see a pop-up window which will offering you last price $2.65 per month. Now click on claim savings, and now you can see the price $2.65 per month when 3 years selected. So now I'm going to select 12 months price again, and here you can see the total price now showing $59.40 for a whole year. It's amazing. Now I'm going to package extras, and here you can see domain privacy plus protection, which is adding more prices here. So you can select or deselect domain privacy. Having domain privacy is good. No one can get to know who is the owner of the website, but I'm deselecting it because I want to be transparent and it's not that important to me at this moment. I'm also turning off site load security and CodeGuard Basic. I don't need site load security and CodeGuard Basic either, so I'm deselecting those as well. So now you can see the total price is now $59.40 for a whole year. Now here I'm putting my payment information. So here I'm typing my credit card number, and here I'm putting my CVV code and expiration date. And now also select this check icon. So you are agreed with their terms and policy. And when you complete purchasing through my link, you see you are getting a huge discount. And I will also get a commission. So nothing extra, that's a win-win situation. Thank you for that because it supports this channel and help me to make more valuable videos like this for you. So now click on submit. Okay, so now you can see your purchase was a success. We sent a confirmation email to divi@gmail.com. Now I'm going to check my email. So here I got an email here. So here is the verification email for my purchase. I'm going to check it and verify my email. So now my email is verified successfully. And next I will get another email. Here is my payment confirmation, and here Bluehost sent me an invoice for my purchase. Now from here we have to create an account. Here is my domain name, and here I have to type a password. I'm typing my password and retype it, checking on their privacy policy, and create account. Okay, now save it. So your account is ready to go. You can log in. So now I'm going to log in. Here I need to type my password, which I already created now, and log in. I'm saving it. For now I'm skip it because I will do it later with you in step by step. I'm clicking on get started. Turning off domain privacy and protection and confirm it. Alright, we have successfully completed purchasing our domain and hosting. So next we are going to install WordPress. To install WordPress, go to my sites, and from here we are going to create site and then site name. So here we can type WordPress website, and site title we can type complete tutorial by Farjana. And next here is a advanced option. So by default, if we don't fill all this field, so it will take the default email address from this Bluehost account and default username, and it will generate a auto password. So now I like to set all this by manually. So I'm typing my email address, then username and password. So there should be one uppercase and one number. Okay, so now click on next, and here is the domain name. So our WordPress is going to install here, and here is subdirectory. So if we want to install our WordPress in a subfolder or subdirectory location, then we can type here some name or our folder name. But here I want to install our WordPress in root domain. So for this I am just leaving it and going to next. It's taking some moment to install it. Our WordPress installed successfully. Congratulations. So here is our website URL, and here is our admin URL. Here is our username and password. Now I'm going to log in WordPress. Yes, congratulations. We have successfully installed our WordPress, and this is our WordPress dashboard. And when we click on visit website, this is our WordPress website. Here default WordPress theme is installed by default. So we have successfully installed WordPress. So from here I am just leaving all these which I don't need here. I am just crossing. These are coming from our plugin settings. So for this I am going to plugins and selecting all plugins. First I am going to deactivate which are activate here, and now selecting all and going to delete and apply. Okay, so I'm deleting all plugins which I don't need here. Actually I want to build this website from clean state and going to start from scratch. Then I'm going to post. I'm just deleting this default post, selecting it, move to trash and apply, and next going to trash and empty trash. Next going to pages, and similar way selecting all pages, going to move trash and apply. Now going to trash and empty trash, and next here I'm going to settings and going to reading. So from here I'm just discourage search engine from indexing this site. So for the first time, as I am building this website and I'm not ready to go indexing my website from all search engines, so for this time I'm just disabling this website from search engine indexing. So it will not index by Google or any other search engine until I'm going to live my website. So now I'm going to make save changes. So when our website is done and we're going to ready to live and we are going to do some SEO works, then we can make it deselect. For this time I'm just checking it, and next I'm going to permalink. So the permalink is the page URL. So if we want to create a new page or new post, it will show the page URL in this way. Or for example, here is the best way to show our website URL. So this is our website URL, and then if we post any new item like how to make a WordPress website, then our post URL should be our main domain URL slash how to make a WordPress website slash. So it will be user friendly and it will be SEO friendly. So I am selecting this one and going to save changes. And next I am going to appearance. So here you can see these all are default theme of WordPress. So now if we just go to the visit site, we can see it's looking like this. And now if we just activate another one like 2020, and now if we go to visit website, so this is a completely different look from the previous one. Okay, so for this website we're going to install Divi Theme. To get Divi Theme, first I am going to Farjana Rashid.com and going to tools and scroll down, going here, just click on get started with Divi. I will also leave the direct link in my description, so you can also get from there. And now going to pricing. Okay, so here you can see they are offering two kind of package. So the first one is yearly access and the second one is lifetime access. So for both packages you can use this Divi theme for unlimited website. So here the only difference is for the first one we have to pay yearly, and for the second one we have to pay a one-time fee. I always recommend to take the lifetime access, so you don't need to worry about the theme payment in each year. I have already purchased their lifetime access, so for this time I'm not going to buy this one more time. Okay, so now I'm going to log in my account. Okay, so now scroll down and here download Divi theme. Now click here, going to download. Okay, so after downloading Divi theme, now I'm going to install, going to add new, going to upload, browse, and here is the theme I just downloaded, and install now. Then going to activate, and then going to Divi, and then I'm going to updates, and from here I have to put the username and API key. Okay, so for that I'm going to my account, and here we can find the username, so I'm going to copy it and paste it here, and also going here, going to API key, and here I have already created several API key, we can use any one, so I'm going to copy this one and paste it. Now save changes. Okay, so our Divi theme is now activated successfully. So after activating the Divi theme, first I'm going to add some basic settings. So for that I'm again going to General tab. From here we have to upload our logo, and here I'm just leaving all this as it is for this time, but here I like to set the default color palette for the website. So here I am taking some color, so this color we'll use for our website design. So for the first one I'm taking this one, I'm taking this color, and then this one, and this one. Okay, we can upload our logo after a few time, and now save changes. And before starting our design, I also like to add some global settings. So for that I'm going to appearance and customize, and now from general settings going to layout settings. Here all is good. Theme accent color, we can change it to this color. We will use this light pink color all over the website, so this color will be main color for our website. And then going to typography, so here we can set the font size for the website. So body text size we can make it to 16 pixel, header text size we can make it to 50 pixel or 45. Okay, we can change it later also. And header line height I'm making it to 1.2, and header font family, so for header font I'm going to use a new font, Cormorant. Okay, so I'm taking this one for header, and for body font family I'm going to use Montserrat. Then body link color we can make it to light pink, and body text color, for body text we can take this color, and for header text color we can change it to this one. Okay, now I'm saving it. Now going back and going to header and navigation. So header format, okay, we can work with these options after a few time. So for this time we can go ahead. I'm going back, And now I'm going to create the first page. So now I'm going to add new, and here I'm typing home. So this will be our home page, and going to publish. Now use Divi Builder. Going to start building, and here you can find 3 different options. One is for build from scratch, and here Divi has tons of pre-made layout, so we can also select any pre-made layout and then we can customize as our need. And the third one is we can also clone any of our existing page. So for the first time I'm going to start from scratch, and here for Divi Builder, when you design any new page from scratch, there we will find a section. This is a section in blue color, and under each section we have to create a new row. So when we create a new row, we can find different kind of row. So here is 1 column row, 2 column row, and we can also select any kind of row item. So for the very top area, I'm selecting this one column row. And here I'm going to open another website where I have already designed the pages. So for that I'm going again there, Farjana, Rashid. Okay, so I have already designed the website in this location. So again I'm going to recreate this full website from scratch. So for the very top area, I already take a full width section. So for that I'm going to take a background image. So here I'm taking a image, add background image, upload file, select file. Okay, I'm taking this one. And here one more thing. So if we check here, we can see here is a 2-color transparent layer over this website. So to make this kind of effect, I'm going to gradient and add background color. So here you can select 2 color. For the first color, I'm taking the black and also adding some transparency. And for the second color, I'm taking this light pink color and also adding some transparency. And here, as we are using this gradient color with our image, so I have to enable this button. So now it will work with our image. And here one more thing, here we have to select the start position. I'm making it to like this, and also end position like this. And now going to gradient direction, so we can also now change the direction. I'm making it like this. Okay, now save it. Okay, so now I'm going to add some text. So when we like to use any text or any item inside our row, so just click on this plus icon. And here Divi has several pre-made modules, so we can start with any one. So first I'm taking a text module. I'm taking this one, and here for the very top text area, I'm taking this text, going to copy this one, and here going to text mode, and I have saved it. Okay, so now I'm going to style this text. So for that we can click on the design tab, or if we want to go there pretty quickly, so when we hover over this text, we can see there is a brush icon. So I'm going to click here, and here we can change the font. So it's already getting the font family from our default settings, and from here we can change the font color. And here is font text size, we can also decrease it. And letter spacing, we can add 1 pixel letter spacing. And text transform, we can make it to uppercase from here. And here we can also increase the font size. Okay, so looks good. and after this, if we check here, we can see there is a small line. So now I'm going to create this line. So for that, again going here, click on this plus icon, and here I am typing divider, so this one, and now I'm going to design tab, going to line, and the color, it's already taking the pink color, and then going to sizing. So divider weight, we can make it to 3 pixel or 4, and here width we can make it to 100. Okay, looks good, and save it. And here you can see here is some more spacing between this. So if we hover over this text, we can see here is a spacing, so just drag it to top. Okay, so it's very easy to do, or we can make it to more smaller. I'm going here, going to sizing, and here from here we can make it to 50 pixel. Okay, and then the second one, this text. Okay, so for this text I'm going to copy this text, and now taking another module, so I'm searching for text and paste it here. So if we check from text, we can see it's taking the H2 tag, and when we go to visual mode, here we can also see it's taking the H2 tag. Okay, so by default it's taking the font family from H2 from our theme customizer. Okay, so now going to more customization, so going here and making the text color to white, and the font size, here is the font size. So for this text I like to use a very large size image, so here I am trying with 80 pixel, or we can make it to 85, big enough. Okay, now save it. And the third one, I'm taking a button. So for this button style, one more thing we can do, we can set some global style for button. So next time if we take any new button, it will take this style by default. So to create the default style, I'm going here, preset default, and I'm going to add new preset. Preset name, we can make it to button style, and assign preset to default, so it will work as default style. Save it. And now I'm going to design tab, going to buttons, and now going to enable the custom style for button. And button text size, we can make it to smaller, to 12, and for the text color is okay. For button background color, so here I'm going to on hover style, so just click here on this small icon, and going here, just click here on hover. And now for the hover state, I'm adding a background color, so here I'm taking this pink color for background. So on hover, this background color will work. And going to button text color, going to hover, and for hover state the text color will be white. And here you can see it's showing a icon on hover state, so in the bottom show button icon, so I'm making it off. Then show icon on hover, I'm also making it off. And then here is some more options. Button border radius, by default this is 3 pixel, I'm making it to 0, so now it's square, fully square. And then going down, and here is spacing, so for padding top and bottom I'm going to add 12 pixel, and for left and right we can add 30 pixel, just make it link with our right side, or we can increase it. I'm trying with 50 pixel left and right. or 70. Okay, and now for the font, I'm again going to button, and now scroll down, making font to uppercase, and letter spacing we can add 1 pixel, or we can make it to 2 pixel. Okay, and also the font size we can also increase it like this, and background color for the normal state it will look like this, and on hover state looks like this. Okay, so I think this looks good, and I'm saving it. And here we can add some more spacing between this button and text. So for that, going here, going to design tab and spacing, so we can add some bottom padding. I'm adding 30 pixel bottom. Save it. And for this one we can also decrease the spacing between these two. So going to design tab, going to spacing, and padding bottom we can make it to 0, and margin bottom making it to 0. Okay, and saving it. And here for the whole area, if we want to add some spacing in top and bottom, so for that going to settings of the section and going to design tab, going to spacing, and for padding we can add 5 ph for top and bottom, and we can also increase it to 10. Okay, looks good. Sometimes I like to use VH for spacing or padding, so it will maintain the screen ratio of your device. Okay, now save it. And after making any changes, don't forget to save the whole page. So our top area is done, and now if we go to view page, it looks like this. And now I'm going to customize the header area, but before that I'm going to make this page as our main home page. So for that, again going to dashboard, going to settings and reading, and from here select a static page. For home page I'm selecting this home, and save changes. And now if we go to visit site, we can see this page is working as our default page. Now again I'm going to theme customizer. We can also access it from here. And now we want to make our header area fully transparent. So for that, going to header and navigation, going to primary menu bar and scroll down. Here is the background color for this header area. Going here and just simply make it to transparent. Okay, so it's looking good. And now we can see the menu text color is black. So for that, here is text color, we can make it to white, and transparency we can make it to no transparent. Looks good. And for logo we can upload a white version of logo. Now saving it, and to upload my logo I'm going to again theme options. So going again to dashboard, going to Divi and theme options, and here going to upload. I'm going to upload a logo. Okay, I'm selecting this one, set as logo, and save changes. Now if we refresh the website, so our logo looks like this. Okay, so now we're going again to edit our home page. So going to enable visual builder, and now I'm going to create the second area. So for that, we can see here is a small about section. So now I'm going to create this area. So again taking a new section, taking a regular section, and now I'm taking a 1 column row. Then here is text, and here I'm typing about us and making it to H2. And for H2 we can add some font size globally, so it will work for all others items. So again, for that I'm going to add new preset, going to title text, making it as default, and going to design tab, going to heading text H2, and going here. So text size we can make it to 50 or we can make it to 60. Okay, so now I'm saving it, and from here for this one I'm making it to center aligned. So going to heading text H2 and making the alignment to center. And after this text I'm going to add a line like this one. So we have already created this here, so we can duplicate and use it here. So first I'm duplicating this one and moving down here and going to settings, going to design tab, going to sizing, and for this time I'm making it to 100 pixel. And here we need to make it to centered aligned, so module alignment I'm making it to center and save it. And here you can see here is too much spacing, I'm making it off. Okay, and here I'm making it more width. So for that I'm going to design tab, going to line and going to sizing and making it to 5 pixel. Now saving it, and after that I'm going to add some normal text, so some small details about us. Click here, searching for text. Let's move to top of this line, so I'm moving down, or this one making it to top. Okay, and here I don't want to make this kind of full width, so I want to add some spacing from left and right side. So I want to change the grid style, so going here, change column structure, and instead of this one we can make it to like this. And now I'm moving it to center. Okay, and now going here, and here I'm going to design tab and making it to centered aligned, going to text, and from here making it to centered. And for default font it's taking the 60 pixel, and for default font style we can add some global settings. So again I'm going to edit global text, so title text, going to edit, going to design tab, and from text I'm making the font family, so here font family Montserrat, and making the font weight to light. Okay, so it's look like this. Now it's okay. Now I'm saving it, and then we can add a button. So again I'm going to plus and going to add new button. So you can see this time we are getting this default button style which we did previously here. And now I'm changing that button text to read more, and now I'm making the alignment center, so going to design tab, alignment and center, and save it. And now going to next section. So for the next area I'm going to create something like this. Okay, so first I'm going to take a new section again. Okay, so here one more thing, sometimes if we cannot identify any section or anything from this builder, so that case click here, and here we can go to the wireframe view, so we can access any section easily from here. Here is the new section, so I am taking a new section, regular section, and first I'm taking a row. Okay, so now again I'm going to the desktop mode, and for this here first I'm taking a title, so I'm going to duplicate this one and moving it to down, and here I'm changing this text to what we do. Okay, so now I'm typing. So without opening any module, we can also type any text directly from here. Just keep my cursor and start typing. So I'm typing what we do, and then the line. So again I'm going to duplicate this one and moving it down to here. Okay, and then here is another row. So this time I'm taking a 3-column row, as here we will take 3 service. So for the first one I'm taking a blurb module, and here by default here is the image, then here is the title, and here's some text. So now instead of title I'm typing web design, going to copy from here and paste it, and then text. Here I'm using this dummy text, but I'm removing some extra text. And then instead of image we can use this type of icon. So for that, going down and going to image and icon. So here is image. I'm not going to use any image, so use icon, click on here. So from here you can select any icon. I'm taking this one. Okay, and now I'm going to styling this area. So for that, going to design tab, going to image and icon. So I'm selecting this one, circle icon, and circle color is okay, but icon color will be white. And text alignment, so going to text and making the alignment to center. And web design, for this one I'm making the font size to 30, or you can decrease it. And for this text, just click here and going down. So from here making the body font weight to light. Okay, looks good. Okay, so before moving forward, I'm adding this background area for this section. So again going to section settings, and from background I'm adding a background image first, going to upload the image. Okay, so taking this one, and now here I'm going to add a overlay gradient color, just similar as before. So for that, going to here, going the first color to black and adding some transparency, and the second color will be this one and also adding some transparency. And here I'm making it enable, and then start position we can make it like this, and the end position we can make it like this. And then the gradient direction, so we can make it like that. Okay, so looks good. Now saving it, and here we can change this text color to white. So going to design tab and click on this brush tool. So from here we can change the text color to white, and this one I'm going to module settings, going to down and going to background. So for this one we can use a color, white color for background, and also here I'm going to add some transparency, so it will be transparent. And for this one I'm going to add some padding, so going to design tab, going to spacing, and for top and bottom I'm going to add 30 pixel, or we can make it to 50 pixel and make it same for bottom, and for left and right we can make it to 30 pixel. Looks good. Okay, so now saving it, And for the second and third one, I'm just going to duplicating this one and move it to right. Going to duplicate one more time. Okay, so for the second one, I'm making it to web development, and we can change the icon. And for the third one, we can also change it to digital marketing, and also changing the icon. So I'm making something like this and save it. Okay, so next I'm going to another section. So here is a testimonial area. So in the similar way, we can create this testimonial section. So for that, I'm just simply duplicating this area, and now moving it to down, and here we can add this text. So instead of this text, we can add this, and here I'm removing this button and also this text. And here I'm taking another row with 3 columns. And for the first one, I'm taking testimonial. So here is icon, here is the image, here is text. Okay, so now I'm typing a name, and then here is the reviews content. So we can add some dummy, and here is the image. So from here you can upload our customer image. I'm going to upload some image for testimonial, taking this one, and this icon, we can use it or we can make it off. And now going to design tab, going to text, and from here I'm making the text alignment to center, and this text here we can make it to light, and for this text we can make it to uppercase, and we can make it to regular or semi bold. Okay, and making the color to a dark, looks good. And for the background color, we can use going to content and background. So from here we can make the background color to white. So now it's looking same as this one. And here one more thing, we can remove some extra padding. Maybe here is some padding is working. So going to design tab and going to spacing. So from left and right, I'm making it to 0 padding. Okay, so now going to off the color. So going to background and making it to white. And for this text, we can make the font size to smaller, and we can add some letter spacing. Save it. And in the similar way, I'm just going to duplicating this one and moving it to right side. Then again going to duplicating and going to move it to right. And now I'm changing this image to this one, and also going to change this one, going to change this image to this one. Now saving it. So our homepage is almost done. So before moving to footer area design, I'm going to customize the homepage for tablet and mobile view. So to check the responsiveness, first I'm going to going to tablet and going to top. So for this text, we have to change the font size for tablet. Going here, going to style, and here is the font size. So here we can see a small phone icon. So we have to click on here. And now we can see here is the size for tablet. So for tablet, we can make it to 50, and it's look like this. And if we go to for phone view, click here, and for mobile view we can make it to 40 or we can make it to 30 and save it. So in the similar way we can work for all single items. So I'm going to edit this text. Okay, so from here we cannot edit this one, so for that I'm going to again wireframe mode, and here is the first text. So I'm going here again, going to tablet view, and now again going to edit this one, and here is the text size. Click on this mobile icon. For tablet we can make it to 16, and for phone view I'm making it to 12. Okay, so I think this looks good. And now for this button, going here and going to design tab, going to spacing, and here we can make it more smaller for tablet. So click on this phone icon. For tablet we can make it to 10 pixel in height, and for left and right we can make it to 50 pixel. Okay, and for the phone view, for the left and right, I think we can keep it same as tablet. And here we can also change this effect for the background image. So for this again I'm going to the section settings, going to background, and for the tablet I'm going to gradient and gradient direction. So for tablet we can make it like this, and now going to phone, and in the similar way here we can make it to like this, and we can make the start position to like that. Okay, so looks good. Now I'm saving it, and here we can also decrease the spacing for phone or tablet. So going here, going to design tab, going to spacing, so the bottom padding, going to tablet. I think for tablet this looks good, and for phone we can decrease the spacing to 15 or we can make it to 0. Yeah, looks good, and saving it. Now for this section we can also change the title for tablet and mobile view, but here we can also change this from global settings. So going here, going to global settings, title text, going to edit, and now going to design tab, going to heading text H2, and now I'm going here, going to responsive view, and for tablet we can make it to 50 pixel, and for phone we can make it to 35. Okay, looks good. Now I'm saving it. Okay, so this section is okay. Then this section, so as this title style is coming from global settings, so this font size is also optimized for tablet and mobile. And also this section looks good, these are looks good. So I think all is now good. And if we check overall the phone view, these are looks good, looks good. Okay, okay, so it's also ready for the phone view. Now I'm saving it and going to page builder, and now if we scroll down, so here now we can design the footer area. So for this footer area I like to create something fully custom. Okay, so for that again I'm going to dashboard. So now going to Divi and Divi Theme Builder. So from here we can design any custom template, and here we can also create our global header, global footer, or here we can also create any new template for any specific page. for now I'm not going to all these items. I'm going to design my global footer. So for that, going here, add global footer, and for this footer area I'm going to start from scratch. So build global footer, start building, and here if we check the previous site which I designed, so you scroll down and here I have already designed this footer area. So here you can see here is 3 column section and here is another full column area. Okay, so for that, first I'm taking a row with 3 column. So for the first one, we can see here is some address, phone number and email address. So to create this kind of design, I'm taking blurb module. So I'm taking here blurb, and here first it will be the address. So I'm going to copy the address, so it will be our title, and then here is the content. So I'm going to copy the address details. I'm pasting it here, and then image. So here I'm adding a icon. So for this one I'm not going to use this image, so I'm going to enable the icon. And for address we can take this one, and now I'm going to styling this area. So for that I'm going to design tab, going to image or icon, we can make it to circle, and here is circle color is pink and icon color you can set it to white, and then show icon border, no, and image or icon placement, by default this is in top, I'm making it to left. And now use icon font size, we can also increase the font size for this icon. I'm leaving it as default. Then the text style, so for this text I'm using the font family to Montserrat and making it to uppercase, and here I'm making the font color to pink and adding some letter spacing. I'm adding 1 pixel letter spacing, and for the font color, okay, so before styling this one I'm just changing the background color for the footer. So for that, again going to section edits, going to background, and for the background color I'm going to add a black color or just little light like that. Okay, so now again going here, and for this font color we can use now a white color, and for this font family is okay. Okay, I think this looks good and I'm saving it. Now I'm just simply duplicating this one, and for the second one I'm adding, here is phone number, and for the phone number here I'm typing something dummy, and here we can add this phone number with a link. So when people click on this phone number, it will redirect to call this number. Okay, so for that I'm going to copy this number, then click on this link icon, and on URL here I'm adding call to, and place this number and save it. And here you can see the color of this text is changed, so it's taking now the link color. So for that again I'm going here, and for the link color I'm just selecting this icon, and here now I'm changing the color to white. Save it. And for the last one we can make it to email address. So for this one again going here, changing it to email, and this time I'm typing a email, and in the similar way I'm just going to link this email number with this email address. So I'm going to copy and click on this link, and on URL I'm typing mail to and colon and this email address, then save it. And in the similar way we have to change the color, so we need not to do the same thing double time. So for that, just right click on this module settings and going to copy module style, then again right click on these settings and paste module style. So it's simply working like this. So we can simply copy any style from a module and then paste it to another one. And here finally I'm changing the icon for phone, so going here, and for phone I'm adding something like that. And for email address I'm also changing the icon to this one and save it. Okay, so for the second column we can add, here is quick link, so I'm going to copy, and then here we can add some menu item or page URL. So for that again I'm taking here a text module, taking this one and paste it the link. So here we can make the font color to pink, and here I'm increasing the font size and making the font to uppercase and making it to regular, and here okay, and adding a letter spacing 1 pixel. And then again taking a text module, and here I'm adding some page link. So here I'm typing, for example, about me, and here I'm making it to a link. So here we can add any page link. For this time I'm making it to hashtag and save it. And now I'm going to styling this one, going here, making the link color to white and text transform to uppercase and adding a letter spacing 1 pixel. Okay, and here we can make the font style to normal, and now simply duplicating this text. And for the second one we can make it to privacy and making it to link. Then for the third one you can make it to like contact, and the last one we can make it to site URL and making it to a link. And here we can also decrease the padding. So for the first one going to spacing, and for bottom making it to 0, and margin bottom making it to 0, or here we can make it to 10. Okay, looks good. And now going to copy module style and paste module style, paste module style, and finally for this one. Okay, and for the third one, here we can place anything which we want, so I'm showing you how we can do that. And for the third one, here we can see I have added a subscription box. It's not showing because I did not link it properly, so for this time I'll show you how you can do that. So here I'm searching for email opt-in, and by default it's looking like this. So here we can change the text to subscribe us, and this text we can remove all this text, and name, email address. So here we can keep the first name or name and email address only. We don't need to add the last name if we want to remove this. So for that, here is the field. So from here we can remove the last name or we can make it off. So now it's showing 2 fields, and here is the button for subscribe. So now if we change the subscribe button text, for that going to text, and here is the button text. By default it's showing subscribe. So here you can type anything, and now here we have to connect this subscription field with our MailChimp account or any other email marketing provider service. So to that, I'm going to email account. By default here is MailChimp, but if we have ConvertKit or Waiver or anything, we can also connect with that. So now for this time I'm going to connect with my MailChimp account. So here I'm going to log in to my MailChimp account. Now going to log in. Okay, after login here, I'm going to first I'm going to my profile. So here, if we want to connect the MailChimp with our website, so for that first we have to add our account information from here. So here we need to add the account name and API key. So to get the account name, I'm going here my profile page, and here is the username. I'm going to copy and paste it here. Then API key, so to get API key, again going here, then going to account, then going to extra and API key, and going down, here is API key. I'm going to copy and now paste it here, then submit. Okay, so now we can select a list. I'm selecting this one. Now click on fetch. Okay, so now it's connected with our MailChimp account. So finally we are connected, and now we can customize this text style or anything as we want. So for that, again going here, going to change the field text color. We can make it to black, and here we can make the font family to a different one. Here I'm making it to Montserrat and making it to uppercase, and here we can make the font family to 12 pixel, and here I'm adding 1 pixel letter spacing. And for the subscribe button, I'm going here, going to add some custom style for this button. And for the button text size, we can decrease it and making the so it's more smaller. So here border radius for button, we can make it to 0. So now it's fully square. And on hover style, so for hover we can disable this icon. Okay, and for the background on hover, I'm going here, button background, click on this hover icon and going to hover state. And for hover we can add a background color to white, and for the hover state, for the button text color, we can make it to like that. Okay, and going back to default style. So when we hover over, it's working like that. And now for the font style, here we can make it to uppercase, and we can also add some letter spacing here, and also we can increase the font size a bit. So I'm making it to 15 pixel. Okay, looks good. And also here we can decrease the padding for this field, just making it similar as this button. So for that, field padding top and bottom, we can make it to 5 pixel or 15 pixel for top and bottom. I'm decreasing it. Okay, looks good. And for this text, we can also increase this font size. We can make it to like that. Okay, so now I'm saving it. And finally, if we check the tablet view, it seems like okay, only for this one. Here is some extra spacing in left. So for that, I'm going here, going to design tab and going to spacing, and now click on the phone icon, going to tablet, and for the left side we can make it to 0, but for this it's not working. So I'm adding some minus margin, minus 20 or trying with -50. Okay, and now for the phone view, if we go there, here you can see it's just moving. So for the phone view, I'm making it to 0 and save it. Okay, so now again going for phone, going to design tab, going to spacing, and going to margin tablet view. For left margin, I'm adding -50, and for phone adding 0, save it. Now going to copy module style and going to paste it. Somehow it's not working in this way, so I'm going to do one by one. So going to spacing, going to margin, and for tablet here I'm adding -50, and for phone I'm going to add 0 pixel. Okay, so now save it. Okay, so if we check the full view for phone, looks good, and now I am saving it. And finally, I forgot to add the copyright text area, so here we have to add another section. So for that, going here, going to add a regular section, and here I'm taking a 1 column row. Then here I'm taking a text module. Okay, and here I'm changing the background color to dark. So here I'm taking the pure black like that, and now going to the text module. So here I'm going to copy this copyright text and paste it here, and now going to style, and here I'm making it to white and making the font size to smaller. Okay, and now again going to section settings, going to design tab, going to spacing, making the top and bottom padding to 0. It looks like this. And for the row settings, going to design tab, going to spacing. For top we can add 15 pixel top, and also for bottom 15 pixel. Okay, looks good. And now saving it. Now I'm going to cross it, save and exit, and finally going to save all changes. Okay, so now if we refresh the page and scroll down, okay, so now we can see our footer is working. Okay, so our footer area is done, so our home page is ready. So now I'm going to create others inner pages. So for that, again I'm going to dashboard and going to page. Now let's create some pages one by one. Add title, so about, portfolio, blog, and contact. Okay, so let's start with about, publish, then again going back and add new. Now I'm creating portfolio, then publish, and going back, add new, then blog, publish, and finally contact. Going to add new, create contact, and publish. Okay, so before starting design, I'm going to create menus. So for that, going to appearance and menu. Now first I have to create the menu. So here I'm typing a menu name, for example menu, main menu, then create menu. And now I'm going to add these pages to our menu. So select all and add to menu. And also we can add our home page. So this is our home page, add to menu. Okay, so now I'm going to organize our menu item. So after home we can set about, then portfolio, then blog, and contact. And here is the display location. So we want to show this menu item to our top menu. So select primary menu and then save menu. And if we refresh our website now, okay, so now we can see our menu is created. And here we can also customize the font style. So for that, again I'm going to theme customizer, then going to header and navigation, primary menu bar, and for active menu link color is okay, others is okay, and we can make the font style to uppercase. And here also we can add some letter spacing, 1 pixel. Okay, looks good, and I'm saving it. And here also we can make the font weight to light. So for that, from here I'm selecting the font family to Montserrat. Okay, so now I'm saving it and going back. Okay, so now I'm going back and our menu is updated. Okay, so now let's create our about page. So for that, again going to about, then enable visual builder. Okay, so for this page we can start from one of our existing page. So let's clone our home page, choose page. So here we have already designed this home page. I'm going to copy this page first, then I will customize it. Okay, so for very top area, I'm removing this button, removing all these, then removing this one, and also this text. And here we can change this font to about me or about us. And here we can also decrease the spacing in top and bottom. So again going to section edits, going to design tab and going to spacing. So for top and bottom padding we can also decrease it like this. Okay, and also I'm checking the font view. So going here, going to style tab and font size, checking the tablet looks good. And also if we check the font view, it's also look good, or we can increase it for font. And okay, I think this looks okay. We can do one more thing. We can save this top area as a template so we can reuse it for another pages. So save section to library and template name. I'm typing the layout name to page header and save to library. And then here is about us section. So here we can add some more details about us, and here we need not to add this button. So I'm removing this, and here we can add more text. I'm just duplicating this text or increase text. Okay, and then here is client reviews. We can remove this section for about, and instead of what we do here, we can add some team member. So let's remove it. And here if we check the about page of this site, okay, so let's create this kind of team member area. So for that, again I'm going to add team or search for person. Yeah, so taking this, and here image. So I'm going to upload an image first. Uploading image, and then going to theme. So I'm just uploading these images. Now taking this one, and then description. So I'm removing all this text and name and positions. So here I'm typing a name, for example Karen Nacy, and position I'm typing marketing manager. Okay, so now let's change this font style. So again going to edit, then click on this text and change the font color to white. Let's check here. Okay, and here we can also increase the font size, and for this one we can make it to font family to uppercase, font style to uppercase, and font family is okay. We can make it to light or bold, and we can change the color to white. And here I'm changing the font size and letter spacing. I'm adding 1 pixel letter spacing or 2 pixel. Okay, I'm making the font weight to regular. I think this looks okay for now. We can use it. And now going to duplicate this one and move it to right side. Then going to duplicate and move it to right side. And now change the image for this one. Sorry, not here. From here, I'm taking this one. Save it. And here we can also change the name to John Doe, and here the position we can make it to UI designer. And the third one, here I'm selecting another image, this one, and also changing the name and position. Now saving it. Okay, so now I'm saving it. Okay, so in the similar way, if we want to add more sections, like if we want to add services or if we want to add FAQ section, so in the similar way you can create any section as per your need. Okay, so now let's have a look for the tablet and mobile view. So for tablet looks good, and if we check the phone view, also looks good. Okay, so this page is done. Now going to view page. So after about page we can create the portfolio page. So now going to portfolio and going to enable visual builder. So for this time again going to clone existing page, and this time we can copy the about page. So now simply change the text to portfolio, and here we can type our work. And if we check the previous site for portfolio, so here we can see here is showing some of latest work. So now let's create this kind of image and this kind of portfolio item. So for that, here first I'm removing the text and also removing this section, and here I'm taking another row, and this time I'm taking a 3-column structure. So here we can take also portfolio module. So Divi has filterable portfolio module or portfolio, so you can try it with that. Or if you want to make something simple, so that case I like to use blurb module or simply take an image and text. So now I'm taking with a blurb, and here we can add an image and here we can add some text. So here let's upload a image for portfolio. Going to upload portfolio. Okay, so I'm uploading several images. So taking this one, and here instead of these details we can only keep the title. So removing all this text, and here we can type, for example, anything. Okay, so here I'm typing project 1, and here we can also increase the font size to, by default this is 18 pixel, we can make it to 24 or 22, and you can change the color to black. And for this item we can make the whole area as a link, so when someone click on any item it will link to a specific details page. So we can create some details page for each of the portfolio, then we can link this portfolio with specific image or title. So when someone click on any project or item, it will redirect to us the details page. Okay, so for that I'm going to content, and link. So here we can add any specific link with title only, or we can also add the link with the whole item. So we can add a link. For now I am taking a hashtag and save it, and now simply duplicating this item and one more time, and now changing this one to project 2 and changing the image to this one, and then here is the third one and changing the image to this one. And now here if we want to decrease the spacing between each item, we can also do that. For that, just simply click on these row settings, then going to design tab and sizing. So use custom gutter width, click here and we can decrease it like this way. And now if we want to add similar row, just simply click on duplicate row, and here I'm adding some more item. Okay, and now if we want to change the spacing between these two columns, we can also do that. So for that, just click here and going to design tab, going to spacing, and for top padding we can make it to 0, and I think this looks okay now. And now save it. And finally if we check the tablet view, this looks like this. Okay, so for tablet I think we can make the text alignment to center. So just going here, going to design tab, going to text, and here is alignment. So for tablet I'm selecting the tablet view and making the alignment to center, and it's also work for phone. Okay, and now I'm going to copy the style, copy module style and paste it. Okay, now save it and going to view page, and here we can also create a details page for each project. So now if we check the website here, if we click on the project 1, so here we can see it's a different page. So now I'm going to create a details page for project. So for that again I'm going to dashboard, and here is the project. I'm creating a project page, going to add new, and project name, for example I'm typing project 1, publish, use Divi builder and choose page. So now I'm going to copy the portfolio page, and here I'm just simply changing the title to project 1, and here I'm just removing this row, and for this row I'm deleting all this, and we can make it to 2-column row. And for the left side, instead of blurb module, here we can use a image. So now I'm going to add an image, searching for image, going to upload this image, and then going to design tab, going to sizing and force to full width. And also I'm just removing this one. And now for the right side we can add some text like this page. Okay, so I'm going to copy this text, and on the right side I'm taking a text module, and here this one I'm making it to H3, and then finally here we can add a button. So here you can change the button text to visit site or live project as you want. And in a similar way, we can add more details or more information for this project. And now here we can move this text to right side, also this line, and here I'm making the alignment to left, going here or click here, then going to alignment left, and also for this line going to design tab, going to line or going to sizing. From here we can make the alignment to left and save it. And here I'm removing this row. Okay, so this page is done and I'm saving it. And here we can add some more spacing between this button and text and save changes. And finally, if we check the tablet, looks good, and for the phone view it also looks good. And now going to view page. Okay, so here we have created this page from the project list. So when we use the portfolio module from Divi, this page will be automatically linked with each project. But here I'm using a different module, so here I have to link this page manually. So I'm going to copy this URL, then going to edit this page, and now click on this, then scroll down and link. So here for the whole module I'm setting this URL and save it. Now save this page. Okay, so in the similar way we can create different project page and then we have to link this page with a specific project. Now going to view page. Okay, so our portfolio page is done, then going to blog. And here, before customizing the blog page, I'm going to upload some dummy blog. So for that, again I'm going to dashboard and going to post, then going to add new. And here I'm creating a new blog. So here we have to type the post title. So for example, here I'm typing how to make a WordPress website, and then here is post content. So for post text we are using the default editor because here we will design the blog page globally. So from this page I'm not going to use Divi Builder, so let's use default editor. And here I'm adding some dummy text, going to lorem ipsum page, ipsum, and simply copy some text from here and paste it. And then going to post, going to featured image. So from here we have to upload our post featured image. So for post I'm going to upload some images. And then here is category. So for each post we can add some specific category. So for that, going to add new category, and here the name I'm typing WordPress and add new. Okay, and page layout, we can skip the page layout design from here because for designing the blog page I will do that from Divi Theme Builder option. So for now, here is all and publish. And here if we want to add any image inside our blog post, for example inside our text, if you want to add any more images, just click here, then plus, and here is image. So upload image, and here we can add any more image to our blog. And also we can increase the image size like this way. And for the text field we can also customize any text, like we can make any text to bold, italic, also change the alignment. So here is some more options to customize our text and images. And finally, after making any changes, don't forget to update. Okay, so now again I'm going back, and in the similar way we can create more blog posts. So to create more blog in a short time, most of the time I use a plugin. So I'm going to add a new plugin. Here I'm typing duplicate post or simply duplicate, and here this is the plugin. I'm going to install this one, duplicate page, and activate. And now if we go to our post, here we will find a new button, duplicate this. So just simply click on here, and this page is duplicated to a draft format. So now if we want to publish this one, first we have to go to edit, and here if we want to change the titles, just click on here and type, and we can also change the text, and then going to post, and from here we can also upload another image, and then URL. So from here we can also add new URL. So here when we remove the flag and just click here, so it will get by default this updated URL, and then finally publish. Okay, and now going again, and in the similar way I'm just going to create several more blog posts very quickly. Okay, so I have created here 6 blog posts with dummy data. Now again I'm going to design the blog page. So going here, enable visual builder and clone existing page, going to duplicate about, and here I'm typing blog, and this section we can remove this one for blog page, and here we can also remove all these, and here we can also change this text to latest blog. And then I'm taking another row, taking a full column row, then searching for blog, taking this one, and here it's taking the default layout. If we go to the design tab, then layout, here is taking a full width layout. So for this one I'm going to take the grid layout, and it looks like this. Then if I go to content, going to element, and here is show featured image, show author, show date, show categories, all is there, and here is the details. So we can make it off for this time. And now if we check the website, here you can see the blog post looking like this. So now I'm going to create something like this. So here I want to add the read more button. So here is show read more button. Okay, so here is the text, and now I'm going to styling the text and image. So now going to design tab, and first going to style the image, and here I want to add some border. So for that, image border width I'm making it to 20 pixel, and we can set the color to white. So now it's in the same alignment with the text, and here we can remove the border for bottom area. So for that I'm going here, and for the bottom area we can set the border width to 0. Okay, and now we want to remove this box border. So for that again going to here, going to border, and from here I'm making the border width to 0. And now for this font I'm going again here, and for this font style, if we check here, here is font style is okay. So for this font style we can make it as it is, and here we can also decrease the font size, and we can change the color to black. And for this text I'm making it to Montserrat, and text transform to uppercase, color to this color, and font size we can decrease the font size 12 pixel or anything. And then finally the read more button. So here it's getting the pink color, and for text transform to uppercase, and then text size to 14 pixel. Okay, looks good. And for this box area we can add some box shadow. So going here and in this way, and save it. And finally, if we want to decrease the spacing between each post, so we can also do that. So for that I'm going to row settings, going to design tab, going to sizing, and use custom gutter width, make it on, and from here we can decrease the spacing and save it. Okay, I think this looks good. And finally, if we check the tablet view, it looks like this, and also for the phone view it looks like this. Okay, so finally I am going to save this page, and now going to view page. And now if we click on any single blog post, we can see the blog post page is looking like this. So now I'm going to designing this single blog post also. So for that, again I'm going to Divi Theme Builder, then going to add new template and all blog post. Okay, so we can select all post and create template, then save changes. And for the body part, I'm going to add custom body, and now going to build custom body and clone existing page. I'm going to duplicate the blog. Here we can place the blog post title. So for that, I'm making it to dynamic. So just click on here, use dynamic content, and here post or archive title. So by default it will get our post title. And now I'm going to styling this text. So going to design, going to text, and here I'm taking the font family same as others, Cormorant, and making the font color to white, and font size we can make it to 35, or we can also increase it, and making the font weight to regular. And here I'm making the text alignment to center. So for that, going here, making the text alignment to center. Okay, and now if we check the font size for others view, so for that, going here, going to phone view for tablet, it's looking like this. I'm making it to 35, and I think this looks good. And for phone, we can also decrease it to 30 pixel, and text line height we can make it to 1 or 1.2. and also for tablet we can make the line height 1.2. okay, looks good. Now I'm saving it, and now here we can move this line to top, and here we can also remove the spacing between these two. So I'm making it smaller, and going here, going to design tab, going to spacing, and for top padding making it to 0, and for top margin making it to 0. And here I think we can add some minus margin for top, so adding minus 20. Okay, now looks good. And then here I'm removing all these blocks, and here I'm adding blog post. So searching for post, and here is post content. Okay, so here we will get dynamic content from blog post, and here we can also customize the font size and font family globally. So for that, for example, here I'm going to change all this font style, going to here, going to text font weight, so I'm making it to light. So by default it will get this font style for all blog post. And we can also change the heading text. I think this looks okay. And here we can remove this text, and we can also add a image. So here we can add a image, and now I'm making it to dynamic, so I'm removing it, and here I'm going to add a dynamic featured image. Okay, so by default here we'll get the featured image from our blog post. And now saving it, and here we can design this blog page or this image area as we like to do. So here we can make this image to full width. So for that, going to column settings and making it to full column width. So it's taking the full width now, and here we can also decrease the spacing from bottom. And for image, this looks good. Okay, so now I'm saving it, and now I'm just crossing it and save changes. And now if we refresh the blog post page, so now it looks like this. Okay, so it's taking the small width by default. We can also increase the image size. So for that, again, I'm going here, going to custom body, and now again going here, going to design tab, going to sizing and making it to full width. And here we can also make it smaller. So if we go back to previous state like this, and we can move the image to center. And here if we now change the structure to this one, and now I'm removing the spacing for row. I'm going here, going to spacing for top padding, making it to 0, and going to this section settings, going to design tab, going to spacing for top padding, making it to 0. Okay, and now again I'm going to this image settings, going to design tab, going to spacing, and for top margin I'm going to add some minus margin. So for that, going to minus 30 pixel, or we can increase it. Okay, so I made it now 50 pixel, and save it and save the page. And now if we refresh the page again, we can see it looks like this. And here we can also increase the header height, and we can also add more style as we like. So for that, again going to the header settings, going to design tab, going to spacing. So here we can increase the padding like this way. And finally, if I check the tablet view, so it looks like this. Going here, going to design tab, going to spacing, and going to tablet view. So we can make it to minus 40 or minus 60. And also for phone view, if we make it to minus 100 and save it now. So now let's check it again, going to refresh. So now it's look like this. And if we check the responsive, so for tablet it looks like this. And if we check the phone view, it looks like this. Okay, so now if I go to the phone view from here, so I think for the phone view we can increase the spacing. So for that, again going to row settings, going to design tab, going to spacing, and for phone view we can make it to 6 VH. And for tablet we can also make it to 7 VH. Okay, so for phone view looks good, and also for tablet I think this looks okay. Or we can increase this font size for tablet. So for this font, going to design tab, going to text, and here is the font size for tablet. So here we can make it to 45. And now finally checking it for tablet. Yeah, so looks good now. And finally going back to desktop mode, I think for desktop we can also increase the font size. Going to design tab, going to text, and for desktop we can make it to 50 pixel and save it and check now. Okay, so I think this okay for now. We can go with this. And next I'm going to design our contact page. So going to contact, now going to enable visual builder, And this time I'm going to choose a pre-made layout. And Divi has tons of pre-made layout. So here we can search for contact. So here I'm typing contact, and now here we can see all these contact page. So from here you can choose any one. Let's choose one from here. Okay, for example, this time I'm taking this one and use this layout. And now I will customize this page to match with our other pages. So first I'm going to add a page title. So going to add a new section here. Going to add from library. We already saved the page header before. So now I'm going to import this one and simply moving it to top. And here I'm changing it to contact, and also I'm going to remove this one, and from here we can also remove the map if we don't like to use this one, and you can keep this section, but here I like to use some minimal, so I'm also removing this one. So here I will keep only this information, this form, and then we can keep this FAQ section. Okay, and now finally going to edit this one to match with our color and font style. So for this icon we can make this color to this color, and this font style here we can also increase this font size a bit. And for this one, font family is okay, we can make it to light, and color we can make it to dark. Here we can make also this color to black. And now I'm going to copy this style, going to copy module style and then paste it here, paste it here, and also going to paste it here. Also save changes. And now for this form I'm going to edit this form, and here we can also customize the form field. So here is name, email, subject, phone number. So here if we want to add more field we can also do that. For this time I'm just leaving it as it is. And now for this button we can make the button style same as our others button. So for that button background color we can remove this background color, and text color will be this one, and for the border color we can use this color, and here is border width will be 1 pixel. Okay, and for hover style going to text color, going to hover, and on hover we can make the color to white, and for the background color going to hover, and for hover we can make the color to like this. And this icon we can remove this icon, so making it off. Okay, looks good. And on the default style it looks like this. And here for the form settings, here when people fill all this form and click on the submit button, all this information will redirect to a email address. So from here by default it will redirect to your WordPress admin email address, but here you can also set a different email address if you want to use, and by default you will get all this field information, but here you can also customize a specific field as per your need. And now if we want to change any form field, for example if we go here and here is name, so if we want to change this name to first name or anything, just change it from title like name test. So we can see the name is changing from here. And also if we want to add a new field with this form, so for that from here we can add a new field. So here is our new field, we can change the title to Skype or anything. And here is field ID. We can copy the same name for field ID and field options. So from here we can select the input field type. Here we can select input field type, email field, text area, checkbox, radio buttons and drop downs. So for text format we can use input field, and from here we can also add condition for minimum length, maximum length for the number of text. And then here is alert symbol. So from here we can also set a condition how will be the field input type, and then we can make it required or not. And here we can also add some conditional logic. So I'm not going through all this advanced option. I have also created another tutorial about this Divi form, so I will leave that tutorial link in my description. You can check that. And here one more thing, if we want to make this field width to 50% or 100%, we can also do that from here, going to design tab, going to layout, and here by default this is full width. We can make it to off, and now it's working like 50%. Okay, and when it's done, just save it. And also if we want to move this field to top or above the message field, just simply drag it from here and move it to top. Okay, I hope you understand the concept, how we can create or edit any field. Now I'm removing it. And then here is form title, I'm not using it. Then success message, so here we can set any specific message. So when someone fill this form and click on submit, so after submitting this form they can get a specific message. And here is submit button text. By default this is submit. We can also type here anything. And next here is email option. I have already described this part. Then redirect. So from here we can enable any URL for redirect. So after submitting this form, people will redirect to a certain URL. Then spam protection. So from here we can enable a basic captcha. So it will work like this. It will work for spam protection, and use a spam protection service. So here we can also use any third-party provider service, for example Google Captcha or anything. And then here is link. These are not necessary here. Okay, so now I am saving it. And then here is the FAQ section. So here we can change the font style. So going here, we can also change the font family to our font, making it to bold, changing the color to black or this one. And for FAQ, here font family, you can check the font family is default. And here you can also increase the font size, or you can change the color to this one. Font size we can make it to 20. Okay, I think this okay. And also for this font, if we go there, here is Montserrat Light. Okay, we can keep it as it is. So I'm going to copy the style, copy module style, and here I'm going to paste module style. Okay, so this is done. And here we can also remove this icon, as we are not using this any other places. And instead of this icon we can also use a line which we used before, but here we can also leave it as it is. I'm going to save this page. Okay, and finally if we check the tablet view, you can see it looks like this. Looks good. And if we check the phone view, the phone view also looks like this. Okay, going to desktop. And here one more thing, for the text style for this form, we can also change the font family or font style. So going here, making it to light and changing the color to fill text color. From here we can make it to like this or like this. Okay, I'm saving it and save this page again. Okay, so our contact page is also ready. Now I'm going to view page, and now again going to home page. And finally, here I forgot to mention one last step. So that's the sticky menu effect. So when you scroll down, you can see here is showing the sticky header, but here this is fully transparent, so we cannot see the white text, menu item and logo. So here I want to create a light transparent background so we can see all this white text. So to customize the sticky header, again I'm going to theme customizer, then going to header and navigation, then fixed navigation settings. And now if we scroll down, we can see the header sticky. So from here, primary menu background color. So from here we can change the color to black, and the transparency, we can increase the transparency. So now it looks like this. Okay, so I think this is okay now. Okay, so now I'm saving it. And finally, one more thing is phone menu. So when we go to tablet or mobile view and go to top and checking the menu item, we can see our menu background color is fully transparent. As here we are using the transparent header, so for phone and tablet, here is also showing the transparent background. So here we need to add a transparent background, same as our sticky header. So here we have to add some small CSS for that. I'm going here, going to additional CSS, and here simply copy this CSS and paste it here. I will leave this CSS line code in my description so you can copy from there. Now publish, and going back, now if we check the tablet view, so it's looking like this, and also for phone view it's looking like this. Alright, so now if we refresh our website and scroll down, so our sticky header is showing, and when we check our phone view, we can see the mobile menu background color is showing also. Okay, so here is all for today. I hope this tutorial will help you. If you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Otherwise, you may not find this kind of valuable tutorial next time. And if you are new here, like to see my more upcoming videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you and welcome to my next tutorial.